Hello everybody and welcome back to Hades. Ken's here, as always. Hope you're having a nice day. We're getting back into our adventures of Zagreus. We've had 16 escape attempts. We're going to have one more. Hello there. Hi Connor. How are you doing today? Thank you very much. Lovely to have you here. Always a pleasure. Let's reflect in the mirror, see where we're at. I'm still not sure how I feel about this ruthless reflex versus the other one. I mean, it sounds so good. It's 2 seconds. I feel like I need to experiment with it a little bit more and see how it works, because I feel like I haven't got a good concept on just how well it works. But we'll get on with the runs. I hope everyone's having a decent day. It was a Wednesday. I'm doing all right. I watched Wayne streaming a bunch of cheap games he bought on Steam, which was delightful. The bow is our bonus darkness weapon, which I think we're probably going to want to use for now. I feel like if we get the gun or the shield again, which is what we've been using, maybe we'll try and mix it up, just so that we're not using the same weapons over and over. For now, we're going to keep the same thing. We don't have any more Titan blood anyway, so we can't unlock the other ones. But you should follow Wayne. Wayne streams a lot of good. Oh, I did not mean to do that.
You being serious here, pal? You brought that all this way for little old me? That's real nice of you.
You're not so bad yourself, mate. Thanks for always being here for me to savagely attack without a second thought.
You know, I don't mind doing that. I'm quite happy to give Skelly more. I think he deserves it. He's taken a lot of punishment from us. But it's not necessarily beneficial to do that, because you obviously, the keepsakes we get, you only get one of those from each person. And so we haven't unlocked them all yet. So it would be better to unlock all of those before we start giving more nectar to the people to level up their likes. But I think we'll stick with a shackle for now, just to level it up a bit more, that we got from Sisyphus. But yes, if we get the shield or the bow or the gun or the bow after this, I might try using something different. But for now, let's take the bow and let's give it a go and see how we are. We get a little bit of crit chance. I say a little bit. It's like 9%, which is not too bad, to be honest. But let's see what our starting thing is. It is the lovely Aphrodite.
Don't lose heart now, little godling. I won't have you giving up before you get to see me in the flesh among the gardens of Olympus here.
Okay, so your attack deals more damage and inflicts weak. Special, more damage and inflicts weak. Or the cast inflicts weak. So it's a tough choice. More base attack is obviously pretty good. The special is strong. And this is kind of nice because it's good against things that are getting in. We can hit everything that's coming in on us and inflict weak on them. But I think just because of the pure base damage, I kind of want to take the Heartbreak Strike. So you see we're doing 162 with a shot. And we probably will actually take this Chaos because it is quite early on. It's quite a lot of our health, but hey, what's life if not a little bit of gambling? When it's that early, I'm much more willing to take it out the gate. And, you know, we'll get our feel back in. I don't think we've given Chaos any nectar. That would be kind of a fun thing to do. Okay, so for your next start 4 encounters, you'll face way more foes, but then you get bonus damage. Slower move speed, but you get way more gold. That seems pretty good. This also does seem quite good. Or slain foes toss. To be honest, I might actually try this because I want to see. I think if we can stack up more and more damage, that's only going to work in our favor. We're going to face more foes, but that's okay. We'll make it work. hopefully, he says, dies. Where are the enemies? Ah, something over here. So that was 133. $120. 155. So we are getting more damage. It seems like. Out of the dash. Yeah, we're getting about 103. And if we avoid the... then we get the 150 instead of 100.
That's something.
The main character in this looks pretty cool. I do like his design, yeah. It's weird. I feel like seeing, again, it's one of these things where seeing the top-down art style, sometimes you don't catch quite as much detail. You know, obviously he's kind of just... he's a little faceless in this, but when you actually see him pop up, I like his design. And like I say, I think the more I got into... I watched a fair bit, and I did start to enjoy watching people play it, but it didn't really click with me until I played it myself, and then I was like, okay, now I've played a few runs, I kind of have a much better read on what the game looks like. I found it difficult to follow what was happening on screen a lot when I was first watching people play. Okay, these early areas don't have a ton of enemies usually, so having a few more enemies in each zone is not quite
Brimstones.
so much of an issue.
Not a chance.
Okay, we want to make sure we stay outside of their range if possible. Just don't get lasered by them. Wow, lots of action going on, but we're okay. Our codex updated once more. We'll have another browse through the codex at some point. Like I say, I'm wary of just sitting and reading everything. I know, you know, it's quite nice to just sit and have a read. I do enjoy it, but don't want to disrupt the flow of the game too much. We've got more Aphrodite coming up. Also remember that anyone we attack is going to be weakened. So they're going to deal, I think it's 30. I'll check the numbers after this, but I believe that weakness is 30% less damage. So this is like 103. I'm actually surprised we're not getting a... see, I'm getting hit here because I want to try the near miss. I'm surprised that doesn't count as a near miss, to be honest. Okay, well, let's not worry too much about it. Get the backstabs off. There we go, beautiful.
In the name of Hades.
In the name of Hades. So now we could get... This is actually better than the one we had before. And the one we had before was... Oh, no, it wasn't. It was 107%. My bad. I forgot this was... I like the Heartbreak Flourish. We'll get loads of weak on this, so we're sort of stacking up weak effects, but that's okay. Nice visual effect on the... I really like the specials, the visuals you get on them. They take on sort of the personality of the person you pick up, which is very satisfying.
You're back. Welcome.
Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to shoot you, Sisyphus.
Hey, Your Highness, anything the matter, or just passing through? Happy that we can
Excuse me?
this of late, of course.
my drink just blubbing as I shake it. Okay.
Sisyphus.
Hi, Kyle. Good to see you.
But why are you helping me? My father stuck you here for an eternity of torment, and even still, you greet me with a smile time after time.
He's very cheerful, Sisyphus.
Come now, Prince Ed. That's just the way I am. Besides, you're not your father, thank the gods.
Hi, Frosty.
You
Good to
always
see
been
you.
a decent lad to me. And if you're saying you want out of here, why, I suppose I can relate, is all.
We're back on the Hades. Sadly, this is not whatever Wayne was on earlier. This is not Through the Woods. This is not Guts and Glory, but Okay, we are on 31 health. It wouldn't hurt to heal up. It's not the most compelling thing to take, but it kind of factors in from the
Hit the spot.
the health that we spent on the chaos buff. It's not Resident Evil 0 either.
Thanks for stopping by.
I'll tell you what though, this game is definitely not dark. It is many things, but it's definitely not dark and cavernous. There's that crit coming in. It's interesting that that counts as a near miss when they've just thrown it. There we go. Beautiful. And Artemis coming in with the crit.
Hey, how'd you get your hands on
Yeah,
a
there
nice
aren't much
bow
strange
like that?
Norwegian myths here, unfortunately.
You take good care of
It's all
corn for
Greece.
me, so I can try it too once you're up here.
Yeah, okay. That seems like a reasonable deal. We'll let her try out our bow. Oh, Coronact. I like her cast. It's a nice cast. I do like her call quite a lot. I really enjoy the call, the Artemis call. It's pretty simple, but it gets the job done. I think maybe we'll take this because, you know, we can already... The cast seeking is nice, but it's not too difficult to aim. So it's not the end of the world. And we'll head on always, or head on forwards. Okay, let's try and take this out first.
Next.
Man, all these all these spawners are a pain. There's a hand over here. Oh, it changed you, huh? I don't think I've actually been hit by one of those before. Interesting.
My boon from chaos is transformed.
And there we go. Now we get our bonus attack damage. Our attack deals 38% more damage. I think Kyle just... It's less that, you know, I don't think he's a big Hades fan, but it's more that he just wants me to play Hollow Knight all the time.
Numbskulls. Crushed.
He doesn't get it. It's just an action game, you know? I always underestimate their range. I always think they're going to
Looks like a good batch.
take less space than they are. We got a lot of money. We can go to the shop. I don't know. I don't feel like there's too much to get. It's a pretty straightforward game. You get in, you hit things. I would love a boon from Ares.
Better doing business.
I knew that foul boatman would come through and you would find amongst his wares this gift.
I think you need to play it more, Connor. I don't think you've spent enough time with it. Okay. Got a few different interesting things. I love Doom, but again, ones where you take damage. You know, where you get whatever superior roguelikes. There aren't many other roguelikes like this, though. Like, I mean, I do prefer Spelunky given the choice, but, like, they're so different. They're such different games. Like, I don't think you have to only play one roguelike. I don't, and I think it's what I'll say is I think it's gotten more
Should come in useful.
it's got more of a popular response than I think. Like, I don't think it's quite as big a deal as some people make it out to be. Like I'm just happy to see it do very well in Game of the Year and stuff. I think the thing with this is it's very approachable because it's a roguelite more than a roguelike. Which means that, you know, it's got the upgrade system, and generally that does kind of put me off. Like, that's why I didn't like Rogue Legacy.
Come, riches, and be returned to dust.
Or I'll slay you instead if you prefer.
These things do so much damage if you're not careful. But like, people definitely get hung up in. Oh, that just gave him a huge lead. That's upsetting. Okay, I think we managed to win out, but it was pretty close.
You've gotten stronger, Zag.
Thank you. It's not a real game for real men about a real war with real guns and real consequences. That's true. Yeah, Con are now like Sekiro, which is a real turn up for the books. We have not gifted Thanatos anything yet, have we? No, we haven't. Let's give Thanatos a thing. He keeps helping us out.
It isn't much then, but I got you something.
You want me to take that off your hands? Fine. But you are taking this from me. And if anybody asks, we're even. Or scratch that. Don't tell anyone about this. Understand?
Thank you, Than. I told you I don't need your help here, Thanatos.
It wasn't being offered. Just happened to be in the area is all. Carry on, Zagreus.
But I think honestly the real reason this has done so well, as roguelikes go, is that roguelikes and roguelites tend to be fairly light on story in general, and this obviously, like, it has a narrative that keeps you wanting to come back, whereas I think a lot of people get put off roguelikes because even roguelites where you get the upgrades over time, people are like, oh, I don't know, it's just so demoralizing when you do a good run and then you die and then you have to start from the beginning again. I know that puts a lot of people off, and so obviously with this, because you're constantly getting all the story with it, like, there's always that drive to keep going and see more of the story. So I see why that would encourage people, or why people would stick with it that maybe wouldn't stick with roguelikes. But I think you look amongst the group of people that play roguelikes, I think there is, you know, a lot more people who play more roguelikes. Like, plenty of them like this, but it's just, you know, it's another one of them. You'd rather play this than Fallout 76. I mean, I suppose that's something. Your attack deals more damage to nearby foes. Power shot is easier to execute and deals... Okay, we've had point blank shot before. I think we're going to take this one. More power shot damage. We're going to have to hit our power shot a little bit more. So you see there's like a bigger charge on it. Or a slightly bigger window on it, maybe. Never been a huge fan of sports games. Yeah, Con, you don't play enough sports games to be a casual. Right, we don't have enough money to go to the shop, so there's not much point in doing so.
Good enough to eat.
Okay, more attack damage, more special damage, or better crit, or a better call. I think we're just going to take more raw damage for now. It's not as big, it is diminishing returns, and I'm a little bit wary about that, but really just stacking into the damage for now. Connor, you play every game that comes out, so...
This time.
Is he going to get it right? Because he's never gotten it right before.
What do you know?
First time he's got it right.
I was really hoping we could change the subject. Please.
Anyway, I like this game. It's a lot of fun to play. I mean, like I said, the reason I didn't play it for ages is because I was playing Spelunky, which I think is a fantastic game. Oh, there's the dodge coming in. Every time she makes the arena smaller. It's terrifying. It's really difficult to... I don't really know what I should be doing there without a deflect. Okay, but our damage is just so high that we can kind of just burn her down.
Peace to Stephanie.
NBA Street Volume 3? I was never a big fan of NBA Street, personally. I get it, but I was always more like the traditional NBA games. I was a big NBA 2K3. Oh, I put so many hours into NBA 2K3.
Go on to Asphodel and die.
Wow, rude. Okay, what do we got in the shop here? Bit more healing. Don't really need healing with where we are at the moment. Neither of these too appealing. With our thing, we may as well take this shackle off. It's not very useful to us. What do we get from Thanatos? Gain +1 damage each time you clear an encounter without taking damage. That sounds really cool. That sounds like a tough one to use well. You have to really kind of protect this. You have to really play super precisely to get the most out of that. I might take that ranged damage. We got that ranged damage? Yeah, distant memory. Big fan of this.
Might help.
Did I actually pick it up? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. Def Jam Vendetta.
Going up.
Which one was Vendetta? Is that the second one? The second one was Fight for New York, wasn't it? I can't remember. I actually can't remember which way around they were. The second one was good. Icon was the third one. I remember that much. Big crits. We almost killed this guy in one.
Easy.
Okay. I just gotta play it slow. I feel like I always want to get up in enemies' faces. And there's not really a rush a lot of the time in this. You've got time. Like, most of the encounters don't have a time limit on, and when they do, it tends to be like actually
Charon's going to want all this.
just survive for long enough. Fight for New York is the one you played. No, Fight for New York is the good one. Icon's the one. Icon's not like a bad game, but it's not as good. It's the third one. It's the one that came out on PlayStation 3, I think, and 360. But it was just a bit. It was less of a wrestling game and more of just like a fighting game, and it wasn't quite as compelling. I'm kind of torn here. I would love to get some deflect, but the problem is I don't know what we're going to get deflect on that isn't already a skill we have. That doesn't necessarily mean it would be bad. I think for now I'm just going to go for the health.
On to the next one.
Yeah, you could stream Fight for New York. I don't know if Carl has the means to stream Fight for the New York, but... I would also say another thing I like about this game, great music. Darren Korb's music, great. This isn't art style wise. I do like the art style, but I will say I think it's maybe. Nah, I'm not going to say it's my least favorite of theirs art style wise, but it's not my favorite of theirs art style wise, which is probably Transistor in terms of the art. But I think it still looks nice. Like it's still a gorgeous game. I feel like it's more detailed than Bastion. Bastion was a little bit more cartoony in its character design, and that made it easier to read. I find this a little bit harder to read. I'm gonna go for the dual boons just because dual boons are so good. You do want to beat up Sean Paul again. You probably could. There probably is a way you could get a cheap capture device, like a PS2 capture device that connected to your laptop would actually probably be pretty cheap if you wanted one. And because it's a capture device, it wouldn't actually be very strenuous on your laptop, most likely. Which of these is... I feel like Artemis has been nicer to us on our run so far. So let's team up with Artemis. Also, I know what Ares does, and they all seem to do pretty similar things, but I feel like... Okay, crit stealing even more damage is pretty good. I do like the mark, the Hunter's Mark, which did well for us last time. Like, more critical chance. It's a tough choice. This is a tough choice. Our crit is 9%, which is not bad, but it's not like especially high. I don't know whether it's shown here, right? 9% crit. And obviously we have crit on the call as well. So 15% additional on that would be very good. But I might just take the true shot just for the utility of it.
You would deny such aid as I would offer you. How rather disappointing.
Sean Paul's got some good tracks.
Death, it seems.
Sorry, Lord Ares. Let's give him a show.
I feel like there's part of me that almost wants to play this game without the lock-on. You can turn lock-on off. I feel like if you were a really good player, that would be the better way to play. Because sometimes I'm locking onto the enemy that I'm not locking onto the enemy I want to hit.
For it. Let us continue on as friends and kin.
Yeah, Sean Paul's fine. Listen, he's okay. He's got some. He's on some good tracks. It's difficult to know quite what his level of involvement was, but I presume it was. I'm gonna give him some credit. Okay, wider blade rift, doom again when you take damage. Okay, I want to try this Engulfing Vortex. We haven't tried this before. Pulls foes in, which kind of seems like it would be similar to dealing damage in a wider area, but also pulling foes together would be great for us because obviously it's gonna let us line up shots on them. I really need to get that timing down. I feel like I'm not always quite on point with the timing on the crit. Artemis has been very good to us. Do we just double down on it? Or do we try and get some deflect? I mean, the thing is, what would we even get deflect on? We could get it instead of the blade rift, but then we'd be basically wasting the Engulfing Vortex at that point. Although you can get other things from Athena. You don't have to necessarily just get... but let's stick to what we're working with. Is Kratos in this game? He's no Pitbull. I mean, who is? Apart from Pitbull.
Another voyage aboard the barge of death.
He's Mr. 305, you know? Mr. Worldwide. You can't beat that. Three Miami boys. I'm very scared of this, these exploding things. I would say I don't feel like I'm noticing the pull-in that much. I guess it's holding them in place rather than them being able to move through it. Maybe that's what it means. So it doesn't suck them in towards it, but it holds them in place once they're there, which is okay, I suppose. I don't know that I feel that strongly about it. Have we gifted Artemis something before? I don't know that we have. I always hit select instead of left bumper for that. We have not. Let's give Artemis a gift.
Lady Artemis, I hope that you'll accept this offering for all your kindness and support.
Hey, thank you for this, really. And I've just the thing to offer in return. It's just a gift, okay?
Lovely.
Lady Artemis.
Adamant arrowhead.
In the name of Hades.
I like how everyone's just got something. It's just they pull something out of their pocket like, oh yeah, I got you something as well. I totally, yeah, here you go. 0.35% God gauge additional when you hit a critical, which is okay. It doesn't seem like a lot, but again, like, I'm sure that would stack up over time. Or the I'm going to take the marked crit. I think this is a nice area of effect ability. And because it marks them, it just ends up having you end up with, I think any of your attacks get bonus crit chance instead of just the one.
Good to be back here.
I don't think we've been here since the first time we came here.
From within a humble residence in Asphodel reverberates the golden-sounding voice of Lord Eurydice, who once attempted to escape the underworld and failed utterly, much like Prince Zagreus.
You watch yourself, old man.
But nice to see Eurydice.
Say, tell me something there, Your Royal Majesty.
Maybe one of my favorite character designs in this game.
You wouldn't happen to know an Orpheus, would you? Spindly little thing, whiny voice. Heard he's officially serving in your court, making music.
Why is your Dara colossal balance? Well, I mean, that's the thing, right? You have to find out. He wants to keep you in Hades. He's not really clear why he wants to keep you in Hades. But that's one of the hooks of the story, you know. It seems like the implication from what we've seen so far is he doesn't want you to go out and you go out looking for you're going out looking for Persephone, your mother. And unclear what's with the acorns. I don't know, little fun trinkets. You got to store stuff. She's made a little acorn. You know, she's got this whole tree vibe going on. So she's made some little acorn containers to put all her bits and bobs in. She'll be back in 6 months. She went out to get some cigarettes and she hasn't returned.
Of course I know.
I think Persephone left before we were, like just soon after we were born, because we were raised believing that Nyx was our mother. So.
Your mates, huh? Just as long as you don't count on him for anything. Hasn't even
Oh, see, a little bit of rivalry. I like the little farmer branch in her mouth as well. Very good. Okay, do we want some Ambrosia Delight? The next up to 2 random boons are upgraded to next rarity. Pom Porridge, up to 4 random boons gain a level. Or Refreshing Nectar, the next 3 we find have upgraded rarity. Upgraded rarity is pretty good. I mean, it's let's see what we've got. We're working with here. We're already pretty high level on this. Upgrading more of our random boons would be okay. We'd basically get more damage on almost everything, which is pretty solid. Upgrading the rarity would also do it. I'd be interested to know, like, from someone who's played more of this game, like, what if there's one of these that's just considered better. You know, is 2 rarity jumps a better deal than 4 random level ups? And I guess it probably depends on what level your boon is at. I'm gonna actually take this. I'm gonna take the forward-looking one, and maybe we won't even get to use it, but.
Sounds good.
Really hit the spot.
Last time we got an upgraded boon, we got a legendary one, and it was it really helped carry us on one of our best runs so far.
Well, see ya.
What is it now?
Ooh, another chaos door. Easy does it. I think we actually got him. I just managed to shoot him across the way. That's the nice thing with the lock on is I don't know if I would have been able to hit that otherwise. At this point, not as worried about taking a chaos boon. Maybe if we had full health, I'd consider it. And this is a healer, so let's give it a go. Because as long as we don't die, we will get full health. Well, we won't get full health, but we should get some health.
What again?
I'm getting hit way too much. Took a lot of damage there. I'm not convinced this one was worth it. Okay, so we need to get like, okay, this was not worth it. We have gone down in health. That was a net loss. The first time we've had a net loss on one of those, which is my own fault. I took too much silly damage. Okay, we've got a shop. I think we take the shop here. Good chance we could get a heal. This shop music reminds me of shop music from another game. It might be from Pyre. I mean, it's still Darren Korb, right? So it has a vibe of another shop music I've heard. I think it probably is another Darren Korb one. Another heal would be great. If we buy the heal, we won't also be able to afford the Palm of Power, but I think we'd rather have the heal.
Hey, Charon, I'm in Asphodel now, aren't I? I'd always heard this was some flower-covered meadow-type place, not such a terrifying hellscape. Couldn't agree more, mate. Yum.
Okay, let's heal ourselves up.
I'll take this one.
Be thankful that the rivers to your realm have not yet frozen over.
And let's see what our first rarity upgraded boon gives us.
Oh.
Healing effects are more potent. Ah, see, if I bought this before the heal, I wouldn't have needed to buy the heal. So that was foolish. Whenever you cast, damage foes around you and inflicts chill. That seems pretty good. This is pretty good, like, just general damage. You know, we're going to be casting fairly regularly. This is okay. But the thing is, you have to remember to use it. I say this is better with the other form of cast than it is with the one we have. Actually, you know what? Let's take the healing, even though because it's quite good sustain. Oh, we also get there's our heal. But yeah, next up, remember that for the future. It's like don't buy the heal until you've bought the boons, because sometimes there is a potential for a boon to heal you.
I see you grew your heads back.
Yeah, I didn't realize we were already at the Hydra. What do you know? See, look at how much damage we're doing. It's pretty good, really. I didn't realize that would hit me there. Okay, let's back off. Okay, I used a quick cast there. Just wanted to get ourselves out of some trouble. Okay, easy does it. Nice and slow. Our shots are doing some good damage. There we go, beautiful. Hi, Wayne. Went for a kip and you just woke up. That's a lovely bone hydra emote, Kyle. Hi, Wayne. Good to see you.
By my birthright.
They look like bone snakes. Yeah, I mean, it's the heads of a hydra are almost kind of, they are very snake-like, right? So I don't, because I feel like a hydra is ostensibly, you know, it is the one many-headed being. So I don't know if the implication is that the hydra is in the lava somewhere underneath this platform. Hope you had a good rest, Wayne. It was lovely watching you stream some high-quality products earlier. That run through Asphodel went surprisingly quickly, despite many of our blunders.
Turn down the heat in that place.
Okay, we could heal. We don't really need to. Ensure an infernal trove will spawn ahead. I mean, it went badly for us last time, but that doesn't necessarily mean it will again. Let's gamble on the infernal trove. Why not? We don't have too much to worry about with our money, and I don't think we want to take anything off. I don't feel too strongly about this, but I don't feel... I'm not disappointed with it enough to sell it. And I think for now, I think we're going to keep our 20% damage. It is getting to the point where we maybe would want more health, but also...
Next region.
I feel like when you're in Elysium, you kind of need the damage where you can get it, because it's... it's troublesome without it. Some of the enemies are very, very tanky, and so the more damage we can have, the better.
Zagreus and Theseus are probably expecting me.
Okay, a pom for an upgrade, or a Hermes spoon. I think we're going to try and see if we can get a little bit more speed. Hi, Martin. Good to see you. Hope you're having a nice evening. I actually need to keep my distance from these guys. These guys have such long range. I'm also firing just a little bit too slow, I think. Oh, sorry, I'm firing a little bit too soon a lot of the time.
Nice try.
Okay, wasn't too bad.
Hey, could you do a little favor for me, cuz? My brothers, sisters, family, and whatnot, they're unaware I'm working with you here. It's no big deal, but let's keep it that way for now. Alright?
Okay, move faster. 40% move speed, pretty good. You regenerate faster. This is nice. It's not that much faster. I do like Side Hustle quite a bit. Gives us a lot of money. 40% move speed is pretty great, though. I think I'm actually going to take this. There's a lot of move speed. Look at this. We're so fast. Let us get a bit out of trouble. This is not one that's particularly helpful to us, but it's...
You shall regret this.
If we can get a few extra gems, like 25 gems is a decent chunk of change.
You lad, huh?
Okay, we didn't actually earn very much, but
champions.
Cheers, father.
I'll take 6 gems. It's better than no gems. We didn't actually take any damage, so it wasn't too detrimental to us. Hermes was a prick then, and he's a prick now. That's true. Someone bought out Gearbox. Really? Huh. Interesting. Does that mean that Randy Pitchford will go away finally? Because that would be nice. See, look how tanky these enemies are. And we've got pretty good damage on this. I'm not a fan of those chariots. Very much not a fan of those chariots. Took a lot of damage there. I have not quite worked out the best way to avoid them yet. Okay, well, we'll definitely take a heal here. And should we buy some darkness? We should see what rooms are coming up. Okay, we do potentially have a shop, but I might be tempted to take a hammer over a shop. I don't know. What would this take us down to? It would actually take us down enough that we could still buy a boon. So let's buy the darkness and still go to the shop. I think at this point, with our build, I probably would take another boon. Yeah, one can only hope Brandy goes away, exactly. Yeah, it's the THQ that are not really THQ. They just bought the name THQ. Hate an Ares boon. I don't actually know if I would like an Ares boon more than a heal. I think I'd rather take health than a heal, to be honest. Our one Ares effect. Our one Ares effect is just a blade dash, and upgrading. It's most likely just going to upgrade Ares-based stuff, which I'm not too worried about with what we have.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hello, it's Asterius.
For further battle.
I feel like we've seen Asterius a lot.
It's a low blow, sir. I thought you were the big honorable type.
You mock my sense of honor. Common tactic. Now prepare.
That is a horny boy. We like Asterius, he's a good lad. I don't think the Blade Rift actually hits him for that much damage in those situations, but... And he jumps. Oh man, he actually hit me with the AoE there. Okay. I feel like I'm getting a better read on what his attacks do moment to moment. We probably actually finish him off with the yeah, there we go. Just with the calls, because you don't have to knock him to full health.
I'm glad we've made a habit of it thus.
You're not going to get far in this game, it's too quick. Connor, if I can play it, you can definitely play it. I have the slowest reactions in the world. If you can play it, if I can do it, you can do it. You beat Sekiro, it's not that fast. And like I will, yeah, the youngest person in chat, I will say that is exactly what, when I was watching it, as is exactly what I thought. When I was watching people play it, I was like, there's too much happening on screen. And it does feel like that when you start, but it is much more, once you get used to it, it's much more readable than it feels like it is. 42% is quite a big, I think we just take life affirmation. If we can get some health boosts, this is going to be a lot of additional life. This is also okay. It's a good defensive skill. But we'll take the life affirmation. Is that our last? It is our last buffed rarity. They seemed okay. Connor here saying he's 27. He's not really all that young anymore. 27's still pretty young. Listen, I'm 30 and I'm still pretty young. Like, that's not... 30's no age anymore. This isn't, you know, this isn't the Middle Ages. Six, 6, 6. Lovely. Okay, that room wasn't too bad. You look and feel 17. Wait, listen, if you feel 17, take that as a... I mean, honestly, or you say you feel 17, you just mean you're incredibly horny all the time. But if you feel like you have the body of a 17-year-old, then that's pretty good going, to be honest. Sure, we'll take this. I'll take this. You start to fall. Yeah, you do. I will say that, like, as soon, like, almost right before my 30th body, right before my 30th birthday, I was like, oh, it's oftentimes it's just uncomfortable in the morning when I wake up, and I'm not quite sure why. That's a big heal. Like, just something hurts in the morning. And I kept thinking I was sleeping weirdly, but I think that's just how it is. I think that's just life. Oh, you feel mentally 17, but your body feels 60. Okay. Okay, we need to go finish them off as well. This is the thing. A little heal. You can actually use these traps to your advantage, as like they'll count for towards near misses for stuff. No, we got a regenerator. The exploding chariots are a nightmare. I feel like I get in so much trouble with them. Okay, gonna get our max life. 36 we get from that instead of 25, which is a pretty big bonus. Yeah, I enjoyed watching you play Resi. It was good fun. I was watching the Greenwood Royal Rumble at the same time for some of it, but I really enjoyed it. It was very good. I had mostly your audio on because I needed to hear your incredible commentary. It's going to be an 8-hour speedrun. More gems. Do we want to do more gems? Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, it's all upgrades. It's going to help us for our future runs. Oh, I just walked straight into a trap for 20 damage because it was difficult to see while the screen was... Oh, these damn impervious... These guys make enemies impervious, and it's a nightmare. Oh, I took another 20. Oh, that's so bad. The traps, if you're not careful with them. I just took so much. That was not worth my time. It would have been if I hadn't been foolish about it. Let's see if we can get a... Can't do that. So many times you were like, oh, I should have done this first. Okay. Attack deals 200% damage to distant foes. This would be great. This is also okay. Special fires +4 shots, but I feel like our attack is our real strength. There it is. So if we can do even more damage to long-range foes, which ideally if we can shoot foes from long range, that's going to be better for us anyway. I'll definitely take the Hydrolite here. But like long range, if this egg is the thing, like long range is like here, like it's like a third of a screen or so. It's not really that far. Just fall asleep randomly. I think the consistent sleep schedule is good if you can get on it. Like I certainly don't begrudge that. Are we coming up on a boss already? Man, again, it's so quick. So quick. You don't have any gold here. No gold. Come on, Karen. You must have a bit of gold in this room. Please, just a little sprinkling of gold. Okay, well, I think I really do want this health. So, and I can't afford the boon and the health. So, also I've never seen an Artemis boon that heals you. So,
Power of Olympus.
I think I'll upgrade the call. I like Artemis's call quite a bit. Love the theme. Yeah, Karen's theme. It is good. All right. Well, here goes. Just gonna have a little drink before we get in. I do love. You could definitely get some good Hades basket memes going.
Gentlemen.
And where do you think you're going, fiend?
Come on, mate, Connor. Sort your Greek lore out, mate. The boatman of the river Styx, Karen. Yeah, we're just gonna run past you.
Quite the contrary, I've been under no impression that avoiding conflict is an option here. So say your piece and let's get on with it.
You hellspawn shall not traverse that gate behind me whilst my compatriot and I equivalently live and breathe. Prepare for death.
Little edgy.
To all our fans, we dedicate this fight to you. Here.
Okay, if you can get him to run into a wall, that kind of works out well. Come on, come over here. Ah, I thought I'd I keep running into Theseus unnecessarily. There we go.
You try evading this.
Fine.
We owe everything to our audience.
Oh, there goes the Death Defiance.
No mercy to monsters. Artemis.
They are as good as dead.
I'm going to use that on Theseus because the Minotaur's already pretty low. There we go.
You and me, King. Your slouching form is but a laughing stock compared to my superior technique.
Just if we can... take it easy with him. Okay, now he's going to call in some gods. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm not used to Athena's pattern. It's pretty scary. Oh, wow.
One last shot.
We're not finished.
I'm taking so much damage just from Athena. You can't cope with this.
For a bit.
Yeah, trust me, Con. It looks way more confusing to watch than play. It's hard. I'm not going to say it's not hard, but it is much more confusing to play to watch than it is when you're playing. When you're actually playing it, it doesn't feel as overwhelming. We made it just about. I used both my Death Defiance, which I don't feel great about. Athena was actually the thing that really screwed me up the most, I think. I feel like previously I haven't had as much of a good handle on this fight, and I feel like I had a slightly better idea on how to just keep track of Theseus and just stay behind cover when he was about to throw his spear. I didn't do it every time, but we're getting there. Last time I felt like I got a better grasp on the Hydra. This time I feel like I got a better grasp on this fight. But now we have to go further forward. We get most of our health back, which is nice.
Damn it, can't get that.
Can't afford the Kiss of Styx unless we sell something for it, but I don't know what we would sell. I don't really want to sell Life Affirmation for one Death Defiance. Although, I guess it depends how many heals we're going to get. Maybe it would be worth it. It wouldn't actually be enough, I don't think. It'd be 140, so we'd still be 20 short. So we'd also have to sell Blade Rift, which I don't really want to do. And I don't care enough about the other things. But I will take... Ooh, we've got our new Artemis thing, which I think will probably just give us an Artemis boon. Yeah, okay. And we have finished upgrading this. It's now 30% damage to distant foes, which is pretty good. But I would kind of like to take the Lucky Tooth as a bit of stability. It's 75 health, better than 50 max health. So nice just to have it. I feel good that we've made it through another. We've got another Ambrosia. We've made it to the House of Styx again. We'll see how this goes. I feel like a lot of these rooms are very close range, and that may not be ideal for our build, but this is a money pot. But to make it through, we are getting more consistent.
That's a lot of coin.
And that's good to see. Con, did you play much more Spelunky? You did buy Spelunky, didn't you? I'm sure we played it at some point. Okay, not enough money for any of this stuff yet. I always want this, but I don't think it's a good idea. This is a good idea if you get, like, if you've picked up a hammer that you actually don't really love. But I feel like most of the time that's not going to be the case unless you're just trying to fill out your prophecies. We can't buy anything yet, so we're going to have to go this away. Okay, lots of options. Money would not be the worst, because we could buy stuff with it. This is tough. I don't actually know what I would want first. I guess I'll go for the money.
Try this way.
Oh, you bought Spelunky 2 and never played it. Oh, this is the thing that killed me last time. I watched this back and I watched my death back, and I think the thing with these, you just have to not stand still because they can't track you that well. But the damage builds up very quickly. So you just have to be careful.
Not poisoned at the moment, thanks.
You have to be careful that you don't stand in one place. Like, you have to just strafe around them, basically. Cool. Not a fan of rats. Rats is terrifying. Miss the Spelunky 2 streams. I kind of miss them as well, but just take cover. Oh gosh, didn't mean to do that. Okay. Our Lucky Tooth is ranked up. What does that give us? 100. Okay, well that's nice. It'll probably come in handy at some point. Whew. It's always a little bit more tense this once you've used up some of your death defiances. You don't get a lot of health along the way here, which is a shame.
Doesn't taste like anything.
I feel like I just need to get used to how these rooms work. Okay, so we're over this side. And then we're not going to get hit by the... We're not going to get hit by the traps, which is good. Oh, I'm poisoned, I'm poisoned. Where's the poison? Resist.
By the power of Skelly.
Upsetting. I'm poisoned again. Where's the poison thing? Why is it over here? Oh, that was a nightmare.
Coin for Charon.
Oh, there was one here as well. I need to get better at spotting what they look like.
I can still fight.
I was like desperately looking for it.
Down the chute.
Okay, well, I think we probably buy health here. Because it will at least give us some health. And we may as well buy an upgrade.
Strength. Pumped up.
This is tough. These areas are difficult, for sure. We've not tried one of the boss ones before. I'm tempted to do it just to see what it's like. I mean, it's going to be slightly harder, but sometimes the boss ones are manageable, you know? Okay. Got to make sure we get all the money where we can. Wait, where's the thing? Where's the thing? It's over here. Heal. Heal it, heal it, heal it. Oh, I dashed past it. Oh, you have to be so... You can't, like, hit RB as you dash through it. Connor. Bless you. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much for that gift sub to Frosty. Frosty, welcome to the tip team. Love to have you on board. What a kind gesture. What a nice man.
I'm up.
Yeah, Monty's in the chat.
You had a run-in with those nasty satyrs all the way up in the Temple of Styx, huh? I can't even imagine the sheer agony having their lethal poison coursing through my body.
Bless you.
Bring some for you if I could.
Hmm. She's probably around. I feel like Frosty's often like playing something at the same time or watching multiple streams, so.
You have a worried look about you, lad. Spare me your thoughts.
Tip team?
Oh, it's just... I met the goddess Demeter out there. The blessings that she offered, they just drain the heat and life from everything. I thought she sought to fruits and grains and vegetables and such. Not that I'm complaining.
I have enough to get Resi 6. Great. Brilliant. Just what I was hoping for. They drain the heat and life from everything. Oh, right, I see. Like all her blessings are cold.
All gods and goddesses are to be feared. Demeter, she has the power to give life, or take it. It seems she's more interested in the latter, though. She's the eldest on Olympus, and your father seems to harbor a particular dislike for her. I don't know why. Be careful.
I will.
Yeah, Demeter didn't show up for a while, which was interesting.
I saw the faded list of minor prophecies was requisitioned through the house contractor, Zagreus. Didn't take you for an agent of the fates.
Turns out I'm full of surprises, Thanatos. Though the three fates are your sisters, aren't they? Surprised you didn't requisition the list yourself.
Guess it just wasn't meant to be. Though, I don't know them at all. Keep only to themselves somewhere. Sometimes I wonder whether everything really is preordained or whether they're making all this up as they go.
I can hazard a guess.
See what Daddy wants?
Oh, for shame, boy. I thought perhaps you finally made it out.
See, he's not so bad. He's kind of a dick, but like honestly, Zagreus is kind of a dick. So they have like it's almost like a teasing relationship in a way. Like he's sometimes a little bit angry, but you want me to set up a Resident, like if I get like 30 subscribers, I'll play Resident Evil 6.
I mean, oh wait, you're not serious. That famous sense of humor shining through.
I just
It's the hot sub goal.
You'll never make it out, as I keep telling you to no avail. But you've gone farther than expected. So who knows?
The thing is, normally you want sub goals to be something that people would want to subscribe for. That's the only problem with that. Is that normally you pick a sub goal that people would be like, oh, that's something I'd be excited to see. I'll subscribe so that I can see Ken do this thing that I really like. And I think playing Resident Evil 6 is probably not very high up that list. It's like, I'm going to subscribe so Ken wastes like 6 weeks playing this bad game.
What? Why, yes. I know Eurydice. Or, I once knew her, I should say. Why ever would you ask me such a thing, my friend?
I saw her,
Alright,
mate.
I don't miss this law. I gotta pay
She's
attention.
doing fine up there, all on her own. The two of you used to know each other then.
We more than knew each other, Zagreus. We were husband and wife. She was my muse. To think that we are doomed to be apart during our afterlives. Oh well.
That is knowing someone pretty well.
Ah, well. Don't you have a message I could bring to her if we should meet again? Something like that?
I do not wish to trouble her again, my friend. Speak not to her of me, all right? I have my memory of her. It is enough.
You can't be serious.
Aww. Maybe she'll think of something in time. We don't have many gems, despite the fact that I wasted a lot of my health on that last run trying to get gems. I didn't do any fishing either. I think I keep missing the fishing spots. Nyx and Dusa.
And after that, Dusa, you are to clean the rafters once again and prune the gardens thoroughly. By then it should be time to tend the kitchens and sweep the lounging area a second time.
Yes, right away.
Poor Dusa.
Wayne thinks you can get the gods to bang. I'm not sure that that's actually accurate, but yeah, poor Dusa. I mean, look, she's the hired help, right? This is the house contractor, right?
House contractor, you did it.
I like the house contractor. The house contractor is just like a random spirit that happened to get put in charge of like decorating the house. Your interest went up slightly. I mean, it is a very horny game, Connor. I think you might get more into it if you played it a bit more. I say that. People say it's not that horny. I think it gets overplayed a little bit. The people that play Hades are horny for the people in Hades. But it is a little bit horny. I mean, it's Greek gods, so it's inherently kind of horny. I kind of want to upgrade Boiling Blood. I would like more Death Defiance. Death Defiance is very good. But it's not that expensive to max out our Boiling Blood, and I think it is a really good ability. You know, that's 50% damage instead of 30% damage is quite a big difference. So they're banging all the time. I mean, that seems accurate.
Boy, oh, next time you make it to the big VIP area upstairs, you watch out for those weapon-wielding gents out there. The eyeball soul thing that pops out when you beat them, you gotta squash those too, or else they'll grab their gear and come right back.
I feel like Skelly gives good tips, but he tends to give them too late when you've already got... I suppose it's kind of useful if you weren't really paying attention.
Regenerating over and over. I'll definitely do that next time I'm there.
Yeah, Zeus is... of course, Zeus. That's all Zeus does. So we've got the shield again. What aspect was this shield? It was... the Bull Rush Special. I did actually quite enjoy that. But I want to use something we haven't used as much recently. Let's give the sword a shot. It is less bonus darkness, but... We've not done much with the sword of late. And I guess we'll go back to start with. We'll carry on leveling up this Shattered Shackle. We're close to leveling it up. It's okay. I don't think it's amazing because you tend to pick up boons pretty quickly. And I feel like I like to fill out my core ability boons fairly early on. But
long way to go. I think I'm ready.
Okay, so it's slash overhead stab. But if you dash strike, you get a, and this is 48 damage. Whereas this is, okay, so that's all. It's the same. It's the most powerful of the hits, and it comes out real quick. And the Nova Smash is 80 damage. in an AoE, so it's actually really good. But obviously, a little bit slower to come out versus the... And the knockback is good for knocking them into walls. The Nova Strike's really good though. If we get an all Nova Strike build, and obviously bear in mind that that damage is buffed by 50%. Just want to shout 2 meters, please. Listen, the gods are immortal. They can do whatever they want. But yeah, if we knock it, can we actually see if we knock him? I don't think it. Oh, he will go back into the wall. We're gonna kill him before we can knock him in. I just wanted to push him into the wall. Get some wall bashes. I feel like he should have like a little wall in one of these corners here, like a little pillar, so that you can practice all the pillar stuff.
All right, one more time.
That was quick. You were right back, indeed. Zeus loved cheating his wife. I mean, Zeus would, he'd get it on with anything and everything. We know that. Okay. Attack deals 200% damage from behind. This is great, but we've used it before. I want to try and Fated Prophecy when we can. Special hits twice, but no longer knocks foes away. Or your attack becomes a big chop that deals 90 base damage. That sounds kind of fun. Let's try that.
Razor sharp.
That's great. Chop, chop, chop. Do we still get our... Okay, we still get the... Okay, so we don't... The obvious downside here is we don't have AoE. But that doesn't matter too much, because when we're hitting AoE, we've got the big bash anyway. The most flamboyant attack you've ever seen. Hiya! Hiya! Hiya!
Right on cue.
Hiya! 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 There we go. Beautiful. I kind of like that. It's fun. There's so much of this game ahead as well. Like, we've barely started even upgrading, and then there's all the there's all of the aspects that we've barely touched, and then there's the 4th aspects, which from my understanding, I don't really know what they are. I've not looked into them because I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but sounds like they change up the weapons even more dramatically. We've not used any ambrosia yet. I mean, we've not even beaten the game yet. Oh, that's too early.
Oh well.
I did that on reaction. What does the dash strike look like? It's just a normal attack. It's the normal thrust attack. Listen, you gotta have fishing, right? I tell you what, that fishing in Stardew is nightmarish, and then suddenly it kind of clicks and it's not quite so bad. But it's so hard when you start. The final aspect on the sword, pretty cool.
Its line is nigh invisible and causes denizens of my domain to flock to it like mortals to temples of mine. Good fortune with that thing.
And Poseidon loves a bit of fishing. It's basically that's Poseidon fishing. This kind of thing is my bag, baby. That's the book he wrote. Special deals more damage and knocks foes away. This seems pretty good. I feel like this is kind of what we want for. Obviously, the thing is, like, it makes our special deal how much more damage? 70%. So it's only 20% more than it was when it was unbuffed, but still a bonus. Okay. Do we want keys or we want darkness? I think we want darkness, given the choice. Not dressed for swimming. He's got that, you know, the, you know that stuff you can get, that special coating you can get on stuff that, where water just runs off it.
Felt something.
Ooh, we've ranked up our Shattered Shackle. That like a electrolyte film that you can get. There we go. Easy does it. You get a bit of health. There is something over here. A little shop, a little well of Charon.
Some of Charon's wares.
What is coming up? Let's just check. It's not actually going to matter if it's a shop because we're not going to be able to buy anything quite yet. Do I want to buy 14 gems? Honestly, not desperately. I do want more gems, but it's not a super high priority. And I think at this point in the run, the gold is more useful. Healing is nice, but we are at full health. I don't feel like we need to spend the money on the healing for now. We're in quite a decent position. Good knockback on that too. Ah, good damage. This thing does well. Do we want to gamble or do we want to take? I don't mind. Aphrodite. 22 health for a gamble.
Hit me.
Sure. Karen's wears some homeopathic bullshit. Yeah. You've done all the challenges in Dartmoor. Excellent. Berlin is next. Interesting. I'm excited to see it.
Offered you his blessing, it would seem. He can be rather boastful and belligerent, exhibiting the most unattractive manners of your father and Lord Zeus alike.
Okay. Lower range dash, but then boons have more chance to be rare or better. For the next 3 encounters, no gold, but then we do more damage. Both pretty solid. I'm going to take this. I don't want to lose out on all the gold for 3 encounters, really. There's a foolish bit of damage to take. Boof. Bang. Bit of nectar. Gotta love a bit of nectar. Okay.
Well this time.
A nice healing. Kind of heals us back up after the
Good.
Going into the well of chaos. Bonus damage to armor is nice, but not going to worry about it for now. Ooh, would be nice to get a nice deflect from Athena. Big fan of Athena's boons. The boss is so much less scary when you just whack it for a load of damage. You saw a poll the other day about whether you'd prefer to go to Paris or Berlin, and you realize you know nothing about Berlin. They had a wall once. I've been to Berlin. I've been in Paris, but like I've been through Paris. I haven't really stopped in Paris at any point. I spent some time in Berlin. It's nice. I mean, I wouldn't say I've seen the sights of Berlin, but we spent a little more time there than I've spent in Paris. It's okay. You did Dubai. Oh, now you're talking about Hitman. I was like, you did Dubai all day on Saturday. I was like, wait, Connor went to Dubai on Saturday. Is he an influencer? And Dartmoor all day Sunday. Might just not play until the weekend. Yeah, you should. You don't have the adapter. Connor, I have the adapter and I don't have a PS5. You should try that him. I watched Giant Bomb do some of the VR. It's very funny because like when you get up behind people, it does like you know when Homer chokes Bart, he like the 2 hands around the neck, they're like it's like that when you choke someone. It's very good. I'm not sending you my adapter because they won't send me another one. Have we gifted Athena or anything? We have. Okay, well I'm not going to give her another one for now. We had a pretty good run with her and I think we gave her a gift as a thank you.
I understand you nearly reached the surface lately, Zagreus. My confidence remains unshaken that you shall get out of there eventually. No matter what sorts of unknown horrors lie shrouded beyond the boundary there.
Well, thanks for the kind words, Athena. I'm sure you'll get out. It might be horrible when you do, but I'm sure you can do it. Ooh, dash deflect is a big favourite of mine. Holy shield is also very good. Oh, actually, we haven't used holy shield. This is not the one I was thinking of, but I think this is probably a pretty good skill, but I really like dash deflect. So I'm going to take the dash deflect. I'm not quite at the moment where I'm taking things just to fill out the fated prophecies. I'd like to beat the game before I worry too much about that. Darkness over gems, I think. Berlin's absolutely covered in graffiti. I don't specifically remember seeing tons of graffiti, but I could totally believe that. Like, it didn't stand out to me, but I could absolutely believe that that's the case. See, that's the thing with the knockback, is it gives you a bit of space, but also can sometimes get you in a little bit of trouble. Come here. Okay. Beautiful. Berlin hates walls. Yeah, they just when they took down the walls, they misunderstood and they just took all the walls down. It's like The Sims. There's just like the bottom of walls between rooms. There's no actual walls, and you can see everyone. You actually applied for the adapter weeks ago. Yeah, I played for it as soon as I think Sean Fountain posted on his Facebook page saying like, oh, you can get the adapter now, and I was like, great. Thank you. So I took that. Trove trial, earn up to 100 gold. I would like 100 gold. Okay, we'll do it.
We have an intruder.
Get the lasers done. Flank around them. You do have to be a little bit accurate with that. That's the only thing.
There.
You'll apply for an adapter, then blend it in a TikTok and send it to you.
All mine.
I'll take 71 gold. That's pretty okay. Sometimes you get a little bit of nectar out of them as well, which is nice. It's weird, yeah. So Berlin has like a... When I was there, they had... and I presume they still have it. They have like an... you know, like those construction walls they put up, like the like temporary wall kind of things that they put up around construction sites so that people don't just walk onto the site. They had one of those, and it had a bunch of information about the Berlin Wall on it. I think there's like a little piece of the Berlin Wall that they've left up, and it's like attached to that. Like they block it off so you can't actually get to it, and put a load of information about the Berlin Wall. Connor's too old for TikTok. Yeah. Connor, everything annoys you. I don't feel like that's not everything, but I feel like most things annoy you. I like how this build is just jumping. It's all jumping. It's like this, and then this, and then this, and then this. It's just like the dunk build. Just dunking on everyone. Which I'm here for. No! No! I wanted to go to the well! Damn it. I mean, I did want to go in the shop anyway, but I wanted to go to the well.
The fishing point.
I probably wouldn't have bought anything because we were so close to the shop, but... I still feel a little hard done by.
That's a bite. I caught a knucklehead.
You always think of yourself as a chirpy, happy-go-lucky kind of guy. Oh, you are. It's just that you also get annoyed by everything. What was the river denizen? What did we get there? We get a knucklehead. My mother taught me countless water-dwelling denizens. Though of this variety I learned much more only in darkest Tartarus, their one sole habitat being the deepest reaches of the river Styx.
Kieran's shop.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's not that you're not happy-go-lucky, it's just that you are also... Everything seems to wind you up. Do I want to take a Palm of Power? Or do I want to take this? I think I probably want to take the Mystery Boon. Epic Lightning Reflexes. Wayne is a big fan of Lightning Reflexes. Chain Lightning Cast could be kind of fun. I'm going to take the Lightning Reflexes. It's epic. I'm going to give it a chance.
I'll take this one.
It's a bit of free damage, and also it homes in, so you don't have to worry too much. Okay, beautiful. Let's get ourselves ready for whatever lies.
Maybe.
I don't know how I feel about him guessing every time.
Guess not.
Hey, Meg. Nice to see a familiar
Tell me
face.
something, Zag, because I'm curious. Do your Olympian relatives know the real reason you've been trying to escape?
This is a run.
I'll get around to that in due time.
I've actually not done much melee, really. I feel like most of my runs recently have all been ranged.
You're in over your head, you idiot. You'll fray what bonds are left between Lord
I need to
Hades
make sure I don't just
and
get too hung up on whacking enemies. I shouldn't have taken damage there.
Sisters.
Imagine if Meg was 9 feet tall. I don't think she needs to be 9 feet tall. I like Meg. Disney's Hercules best Meg. I think I like this Meg more. Disney's Hercules Meg is pretty good. I think I prefer this one from what I've seen. Okay, that went alright. I did take a bit too much damage probably, but having dash deflect is very nice.
Did you enjoy the stint in Tartarus?
I had a great time. It was delightful. Oh, there's is this an inspect? No, it's just gleaming. Looks like an inspect point, but it's not. Okay, a bit more health. I wouldn't mind a bit more health, to be honest. Sure.
Can wash away my boons.
I don't want to get rid of any of these. These are all okay. Okay, now what do I take?
All my keepsakes are here.
Yeah, it does make you wonder how these show up. 10% damage to undamaged foes. We do pretty good damage. It wouldn't be the worst. And also striking foes from behind. I guess it counts for foes from behind as well. More damage at low health is okay. We've not seen Dionysus all day, which is interesting. I'm going to take the black shawl. I like the black shawl of Nyx. Oh, hello.
All set.
What an offer.
That's enough
I
Tartarus.
couldn't say no.
The Asphodel Meadows.
Anything to say about Asphodel, Zagreus?
This place has definitely seen better days. Or nights.
It's had some decent days and nights. That's what I'd say. Magma kill.
Easy.
Oh, I got hit by that trap foolishly. Okay. Bit of cash. Lovely. Love to splash the cash.
Where now?
I like the dash deflect does also break pots. Okay, we got a pom, or we got some Hermes action, which I think I'll go for.
Something's amiss.
Death is inevitable.
All right, stop being so edgy, Thanatos.
So how about we get this business over with?
I suppose he's allowed to say death is inevitable.
Let's slay these wretches.
Let's, by all means.
There's not much point in me going for one he's already going to kill. Oh, I can't get him when they're out there. He's too far out. There we go. I got him.
Nearly made it.
Ah, he beat me by one there. That was close. Knocking out the enemies into the lava kind of actually put me in a bad spot, I think.
Want to bring you in on something, boss. Reason that Uncle Poseidon got to you before I did is I let him. He's under the impression he's as spry as ever.
Whenever you have a 10% chance to dodge automatically, that seems pretty good. That's basically 10% extra health, I guess. 2 dashes would be quite nice. Side hustle is good. The double dash would be a really nice boon to have.
Time to pick up the pace.
Especially with the deflect. It's going to give us even more deflect potential.
Still running from yourself, I see. How's that been working out for you thus far?
Need your tea leaves to be in the shape of an A. Yeah, it is a bit of a pain, but like that's why I just did it immediately, because I was like, if I leave it, I'll just never get around to it.
I'm searching for my mother. You still live at home?
Oh, damn, Zagreus. Listen, it's okay to live at home with your parents.
Mother Nyx was like a mother to you too, and this is how you repay her. You should be ashamed of yourself and learn your place.
I mean, you keep helping me, mate.
Wait,
Okay, ooh, double boon rooms are good, but a shop with 250 gold is also pretty nice. This is tough. This is a tough call here. I think we go for the double boon room, because we can always use the gold later, and we don't get double boon rooms very often. Okay, Athena or Zeus? Athena or Zeus? I mean, Athena is deflect. Tend to prefer Athena given the choice. Your cast damages enemies and Death Defiance replenishes restores more than normal. It normally restores 50%, so I guess we'd get 60%, which is okay. When you deflect attacks, it deals more damage. Let's go for that. I think we're using the deflect a fair bit.
Why, nephew, is this all some sort of jest to you? It isn't one that I appreciate.
Your battery sits 69%. Nice. I feel like Zeus is having the most fun of everyone here. He seems to give, which makes sense. I mean, that's kind of in keeping with Zeus, but it seems like he gives the least shits of anybody. Oh, I hate this this whole. I hate everything that goes on in here. These big boys are a nightmare. I thought we were done. Oh, there goes the Death Defiance. Ah, nasty room.
All right, let's call the score between us settled up for now.
Oh, you watched the Immortals Phoenix Rising thing. Yeah, that seems honestly like the worst thing, which seems to be the consensus, is that's the worst thing in that game. I do like Jolted, but let's take the electric shot. Let's give it a go. The chain electric shot gives us a little bit more AoE to play around with. Zeus or Demeter? Tough choice here. Let's mix it up.
These witches again.
Oh god. The one saving grace is that we do have the deflect. Okay, the deflects basically just did it for us there. It did most of the work for us.
The king of the Olympians has reached you prior to me, Zagreus. I wonder which of all his many lies he's told you last.
Your attack is stronger and inflicts chill. That sounds great. I'd love more chill. That's a lot of health though. That is a lot of health. It's tough. It's a tough choice. %72% attack damage is a big chunk of attack damage. I'm gonna take the health. You gotta stay alive to make it happen. I know I'm a gambler, but
the act of sorcery often ends in an untimely death and an eternity in Tartarus for careless souls. though some are able to perfect the trade and take up permanent residence elsewhere.
I'm sure the Witch's Circle will reconvene soon enough.
Okay, I think this is the only place to go from here. So we're going to get some gems, which is fine.
Ready for them.
Ah. I feel like I have trouble with that specifically with this attack because it's so directional. Sometimes it's not actually hitting the enemy. And that's actually causing me problems in some instances. Like sometimes I'm like that enemy that was the bomb enemy, I was like just hitting and one of them swung away from him, I think, because the way he moved. 37 gold for a blood price? I don't really think I want that. More damage from foes from behind is not bad. It is quite a lot more damage. Palm of Power. It's a tough choice. I think, you know what, actually, like, if anything, going to see Eurydice will also give us some lore, so let's do that.
She's always singing.
She is always singing. It's very observant.
Hades kid.
Hades kid. Have we given her a gift? I don't think we have. Let's give her a gift. Why not? I do like her singing.
Eurydice, thank you for making me feel welcome in your pleasant home. Can't say the same for most places I've been lately. I have a small gift I wanted you to have.
Oh, that's awful sweet of you, Your Royal Majesty. Bringing me fresh ingredients like this. You know what? Here's something for you too. Help keep you safe out there.
Look at the evergreen acorn. Look at that. It's not green at all. I also like how her singing stops when you talk to her. Like, she just immediately starts singing again. She's like, hey, yeah, nice to see you, Zagreus. Anyway, I'll catch you later. No debts to be paid. Alright. Calm down, love.
Well, you mentioned Orpheus. My father had him locked up for a little while for refusing to sing, being court musician and all. But he's out now and doing okay, I think.
Yeah, I've met the one in the next area. The unique... actually, maybe I haven't. I met someone who gave me a choice of 3 things. I can't remember if that was a unique room or not. I think it was a unique room. He gave me he gave me the great liquor that like restored loads of health for like a bunch of encounters.
Not following instructions, huh? Sounds like Orpheus, all right. Well, if that's
Yeah, she just keeps singing like the
then I haven't missed much being out here.
2 random boons upgraded to the next rarity. It's okay. We have pretty low rarity things, so that could be nice. Again, I don't know what the best choice is there. This is tough. The refreshing nature I feel like worked pretty well for us. The only thing is obviously you have to stay alive for it. You think the bottom one? Yeah, I mean, this seems like the best one, but obviously, like, if your build is struggling, then one of these other ones seems like it might be better, but
Sure thing, hon.
this seems like the one to go for.
Thank you.
Oh, we get a shot. Perfect.
Farewell, Your Majesty.
It feels like if you maybe already have lots of high rarity boons, then upgrading the level on them could be quite good. Alright, Karen, calm down. We're definitely going to grab... we'll grab everything here, I think. Do I want to upgrade before I take a Poseidon boon? Not necessarily, because he may give us an attack.
Just what I need. Now, little Hades, you have met my brother Zeus. He's sometimes known as King of all the gods. Although in many ways he's not as powerful as I, or anywhere as dashing. Now, brother.
And I... Oh, we might get a duo boon here.
I should think. I know that tact does not come easily to you, but I'd be careful what you say to our good nephew there. Anyway, as I was saying, little ladies, Brother Zeus is king of all the gods, and the most dashing, powerful, and hey, let's face it, godliest of all.
No worries, Connor. Thank you very much for coming by, and thank you very much for that gift sub. I'll make sure Frosty knows that she's got it. I'm sure she'll be very grateful. And have a lovely evening and sleep well. When you knock foes away, they are struck by lightning. That actually sounds great, because our special knocks foes away. Your boons with knockaway also rupture foes. Victim takes damage while moving. That's pretty good. That's 100 damage a second for 3 seconds. That's amazing. That actually might be better, because that's 100 damage versus just taking 40 damage. And almost all foes move. So I think I'm going to go with this one. While this does sound cool, this seems great to me. I guess the thing is the duo boons don't necessarily get upgraded rarity because they're just duo boons, whereas these have specific. These are upgraded rarity because we've got. Okay, and we'll take a random power up.
My boons got stronger.
Which increased Brilliant Riposte, which is the deflect damage. It's up to 112%, so they're dealing over double damage, which is great. And a big heal. Perfect. And we have not done... I don't know if we've... I think we did one run with the sword after our first run, because obviously your first run uses the sword. But we've obviously not done another run. I think we did one, but it was early in the day, and I didn't get very far with it. So we've not actually done the Bone Hydra with the sword.
Magma and no one gets hurt.
Okay, so he does still get the thing in him. So Wayne, you can probably answer this. When you use cast on when you have a cast that does like an AoE or like Zeus's that chains between enemies, does it go into the first enemy that you hit with it? Because it obviously goes into one of them. Oh man, I should have gotten away from him there.
Close call.
That was silly damage. You should know that. Yeah, it seems to go in the first one you hit. I guess that's the thing. I need to check it with the... Because my concern was that it wouldn't count as sticking in an enemy, which obviously would be a problem. Because, you know, you get the 50% bonus damage when they've got a bloodstone in them.
It's brilliant.
Okay, well, we got our diamond, which is good. It's a little messy. I feel like the rupture was not that good for that particular fight because those enemies can't really move very much.
Off to taint Elysium again?
Excuse me? Alright, let's see what we have in the shop. Restore health, not ideal. Next boon has upgraded rarity. I wonder if that stacks with the other thing we have. I'm not too worried about testing it. I don't know if there's anything we want to sell here. No, I like what we have. Lightning 155 is a lot to sell lightning reflexes for. If I had the kiss of death, I might take it. But in the final encounter in each underworld region, take 0 damage the first 3 times foes hit you. The final encounters, that means the bosses, I presume. That's kind of a cool one. But it's you basically don't have a perk for the whole of the thing except for the boss, and you usually get a heal after the boss anyway, so it's not too bad if you take a bit of damage. That's kind of cool though. That's kind of an interesting one. I think we're probably gonna take the lucky tooth here. I think that's the sensible thing, given that we've used up our other death defiance charges.
Get me out of here. And check.
What's that icon?
Another day or night in paradise.
Do.
Find day or whenever to get me out of here.
Bit of Phil Collins there from Zagreus. Okay, health or money? We're okay on money. I think we really want to upgrade our health, especially given that we've used up some of our death defiances. God, I hate you so much. Why won't you die? Even deflecting them there still catches you.
Time to
okay. All right. We got our health. Restore health. That's a lot of health. As long as we don't die here. Well, okay, it does count down, but I feel like we should try and take this.
Consider this a warning.
Immediately takes like a whole ton of damage. Okay, we did it. A lot of explosions there, but that was the gain that I wanted. So I'm happy enough with that. More money would not hurt. We're in a spot where getting another 100 Karen's Obol would be pretty nice, but a hammer could really help solidify this build. And you usually can't buy a hammer, so if I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning.
Stay dead.
Noida took a bit of a hit there.
Just a bit longer.
There we go. Okay. Your attack fires a wave that pierces foes. Your attack deals bonus damage equal to 5% of your current gold. So 5% of our current gold, like 1% is 2.5. So it's like 12.5 damage, which is okay. I feel like piercing wave is better. Your special makes you lunge ahead and then becomes sturdy. That's interesting. I'm a little wary of the lunge, to be honest. I could go for the pierce. I want to try this pierce.
Should work.
Yeah, look at that. Just a bit more AoE damage, a bit more crowd control. I like Hydrolite a fair bit. Let's see what we have shop coming up ahead of us. Check this Nodder shop. Okay, so yeah, it's gone in one of them, but I don't know what. I don't know what quite what
Keep them coming.
determines what that will be. Okay, that did feel a little bit better.
Olympus, I accept this message.
After you dash, briefly become sturdy and move faster. That's nice. You take less damage after you're dashing. Side hustle, as we've established, pretty strong. After taking damage, quickly dash to recover 40% of the life you just lost. That's pretty good as well. I think I might take this quick recovery. Was that cart moving? Yeah, I don't know what's up with them. They just dash around on their own. Ooh, a well of chaos. Tempting, very tempting. But we'd have a negative buff on us for basically the rest of this area, and I don't feel like my build is that strong as to get away with it. Athena served us fairly well so far.
A challenger.
Hello.
Let us clash here again before you face the champion. We never will allow you through without a fight.
You're nothing like Theseus. Why go along with everything he says and does? You're your own man. And bull.
King Theseus slew me in life and saved me in death. I was cast into Erebus, a monster. He found me when he died, and used his influence to bring me here with him.
A nobility to Theseus that maybe we haven't seen.
Sounds like you're even to me, seeing as he killed you in the first place.
I mean, killed him in honourable battle.
No, we're not. And I will fight for him and alongside him for eternity, as recompense for helping me to understand exactly who I am.
Also, he kitted me out in this sick gear. I kind of jumped into that, but I think we're okay. I don't think we actually took the damage. See, fighting him with melee, I actually kind of like, because it feels a little bit more like a traditional like boss fight. Like I know what to expect with this. Get away. Ding, ding, ding. They're sentient like the cars in the Pixar movie Cars. Oh no. See, that fight, I felt like it went okay. When I'm fighting one enemy, it's actually not too bad. I can do that.
Lady Athena, Olympus, I accept this message.
Okay. Your attack is stronger and can deflect. That sounds great to me. Your abilities that can deflect also make foes exposed. 75% bonus backstab damage. That's pretty cool. But our attack could definitely do with buffing, and having deflect on it would be really nice. It's gonna help protect us against a lot of unwanted damage. And give us a fair bit more DPS as well. I hate the small carts more than the big ones, to be honest. Leave me alone. Ah. This is the only, yeah, the thing with this specific okay, just getting those carts to blow up is nice. These enemies aren't actually too dangerous with this build because we can just keep killing the butterflies without AoE. Even though it does a little bit less damage. Just protects us from getting hit by their butterflies. Having a big AoE hit like that is very nice. This is actually a tough choice. We've got lots of money, so the shop is really like a nice simple pick, but health is always very welcome. But you can sometimes buy health in the shop. And we could buy a heal, which would effectively be pretty close to a... One of your colleagues gets really annoyed about cars because it stole the premise from Doc Hollywood. There we go. See, we can buy a health as well. We can buy everything in this shop. We clean out. Hi, Karen. You want to say anything? No.
Here's the fee.
Should have bought this first, just in case it would have done something. When you knock foes away, you're struck by lightning. We could take this. But the lightning effects make foes jolted. Might be nice damage. I feel like this is actually probably the better choice. Also, we've got a fated for it. And who knows how often a duo boon will show up. Let's try it. Now our knockback attacks are really pretty potent. Okay, Athena or Poseidon? I'd love some more Athena, some more deflect synergy. Although, to be honest, both of our synergy is pretty good. The knockback synergy is pretty good. The deflect synergy is pretty good. The knockback's actually really nice. But the only problem is you have to keep track of where you've knocked them back to. Especially with these enemies, when they die, you have to then get back over to them and make sure you kill the... the eggs before they respawn. Yeah, this build feels okay. I like where it's going. Oh, Divine Protection is a great one. Unshakable metal. You cannot be stunned and resist 10% of damage from bosses. That's kind of cool. I really like this Divine Protection. It's a very, very strong. It worked out really well for us last time. Having to resort to downloading Game Boy Advance games individually because it keeps corrupting. You know, if you're on a list of Game Boy Advance games, I can pick out some of the best ones, but I'm sure you can find some of the best ones. Just make sure you get Advance Wars. That's the main thing. I'm taking this Divine Protection. I'm not turning this down. Athena's been very kind to us so far. I kind of wish the effect was a little less pronounced. It's very, very strong. More money or more health. I might just take the guaranteed health. It's worth 125 anyway, if you think about it in a shop perspective. Beautiful. The AoE on the dash deflect is honestly the thing I think that makes it quite as good as it is. I mean, it would always be pretty decent. But the fact that you can get as much AoE on it as you do is really nice. There we go. And a bit more health. Oh, Frosty. Yes. Connor gave you a gifted sub, which is very kind of him. Welcome to the tip team, Frosty. I like how when I dash now, because I already have Athena effect around me, and then when I dash, you get a second one. Amiga emulation is a pain because you need to buy the BIOS. Oh no. Health or a shop. Well, we don't have that much money, so I guess we'll take more health, which I am very happy to keep getting all this health, to be honest. Oh, and it's a freebie as well, which does mean we probably have a boss coming up, but
Much better.
tip team. Shout out to the old PlayStation demo discs, which I believe is the originator of tip team, but okay. Whew. This is going to be tough. We only got one Death Defiance, and we did okay against Asterius, but obviously we're going to have to worry about Theseus as well now.
Gentlemen, I'm back.
I have recovered, as you can plainly see, monster, as has Asterius. And this time, we are filled with renewed vigor to destroy you utterly.
Honestly, the impressive thing is Asterius just fought me, and he's already back at full clip.
In an endless cycle of violence, basically. I guess that's one way for you to pass.
Yeah, get your hot tips in the chat. No, don't. Terms of service. Don't do that.
You take that back about Elysium. Or better, I shall make you eat those careless, inappropriate remarks. Come, Asterius, to war!
You are all talk. You know that, don't you, Fit?
Oh, there goes our divine protection.
They know our victory is certain here. How about you?
Our damage is good. I'll say that. Ooh, I think our divine protection saved us there. Oh, we got to deflect on that. That was nice. See, I have not gotten used to fighting this guy up close yet, so this could be interesting. Ah, he does a lot of damage. Get our divine protection back.
Lady Artemis, make
Artemis, come on. Okay, this one's not as difficult to avoid, but still pretty terrifying.
Foul demon, we shall thwart your each and every trespass at Elysium.
Seems like it mostly sticks to the middle, so it's not quite as difficult to dodge. Deflecting his spear back in is nice if we can do it. Uh-oh. Oh, big Zeus zap across the thing. See, hit and run is
That ought to shut him up.
Whew. That was tough. I feel like the hit and run is really the thing. You just got to take the time with him. That wasn't actually too bad. We didn't lose our Death Defiance.
Must I send Cerberus to block your path again?
Yeah, by all means. He doesn't seem to.
Leave Cerberus out of this.
Yeah, he's not too much for.
I needed one of those.
Oh, I would like that. I don't really want to get rid of any of these though. These are all quite good abilities. It's a shame. It's so expensive. 200 coin for the Death Defiance. The extra move speed I would kind of like. 10 gold is pretty cheap. And I think we will keep the Death Defiance.
I'm out of here.
The scary thing here is obviously with the melee to make sure that we are careful about poison. Because I think that's the thing that's going to get us in trouble. Oh, that's a sword, the icon I was looking at. I was like, what is that icon? But it is the sword itself. One moment. Just gonna blow my nose. Okay, are we all good? Looks like we're all good. Just checking I unmuted myself there. If I did not unmute myself, let me know. But don't know how you will know to let me know. Anything to say, Karen? The things that glow yellow are the anti-poison, yeah. I mean, they're like a very, very pale colour. Which is a little tough to see sometimes, but... Okay. Let's trust in Athena. Remember, we can deflect traps as well. Okay. Gotta make sure I just smash all the vases in here, because it seems like there's a good chance of there being gold.
Why do these vermin carry coin?
Good question, Zagreus. Why do they carry coin? Also, what triggers that trap? Because I can't see like an obvious thing. And does it just come down constantly when you walk under it? Okay, now we've got good room clearing ability with this special. These small rooms are actually kind of good for... Just don't get too close to him, otherwise we'll get poisoned. I can't get him, he's too far away. Okay.
Goddess Athena.
Knockback is handy against the enemies. It is. Big concrete. Oh, they disappear when the room is cleared. Okay.
In the name of Hades.
Because a lot of traps stay on. Minus 10% damage is okay. I think exposed might be alright. Holy Shield could also be pretty good. We've not used that. I'm going to say this Blinding Flash. It's a lot of extra damage if we can get it. Okay, we have 209 gold. Could buy some more health, which I think I will do.
Cheers, mate.
What do I want next? Health is a weird one to go for, because if you lose health getting it, you don't really get a lot of it back. these green mists that come up, is that like another poison, or does that not do anything in particular? Because I was trying to ascertain if it was like safe to go into or dangerous to go into. Oh, I'm poisoned. Okay. The nice thing is most of these rooms don't spawn additional enemies in, which is good.
Bad time to be a little short of coin.
Oh man, it is a bad time to be a little short of coin. That would be so nice. I will take this. But gosh, I wish there was just a little bit more money. Seemed to poison me last time. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was that or if it was the enemy. Right, poison is in the bottom left if we need it. Okay. Got to keep a close eye on that.
Found it fast this time.
Oh, nice.
A special treat for Cerberus.
And I think we get a heal here.
Oh, what's in this stuff?
Deep within the desecrated layer of the god-defiling satyrs lie the noisome contents of their profane rituals, so foul as to be indescribable.
Cerberus just loves the stuff.
Okay. Let's see where we're at.
Could check the other passageways before I go.
Tempted to take a pom and then see where we're at and if it's worth going for another pom. This is quite a lot of extra damage when it adds up. 20% more damage on the special is pretty good as well though. Because this is more just straight up damage. I'm trying to work out what the difference would be here, because this is like an extra 6 damage, which is an extra 30 damage a second for 3 seconds. So it's an extra 90 damage, which is quite a lot. I'm going to take this. I think it's actually probably quite a good ability. And the question is, do we carry on or do we go forward? We got a couple of other places we could go. A Demeter boon. We could get some gold, or we could get a pom. I'm gonna do the pom at least. Wayne, how much tougher would you say the more difficult rooms are compared to the regular ones? Oh, I'm poisoned. Poisoned again. Ooh. Okay, that wasn't too bad. A little dangerous. Not much harder. Okay, I'll bear that in mind. I mean, they're only one tick rooms. Does the game repeat bosses? It does have... some bosses will show up more than once, yeah. Cornered. These last rooms do spawn in additional enemies, which is a little scary. Oh, I think I poisoned him with my deflect there, which is nice.
Delicious.
Oof. More deflect or more... I think more just raw deflect versus the exposed.
Zesty.
So the game does repeat bosses when you do runs again, but then they'll also start varying them up. So at first we fought Meg at the end of the first area every time, but now we fight... there are 3 different sisters that you can fight. And the Hydra... there's, I think, 3 different versions of the Hydra. We haven't seen if there's different 3rd tier bosses, but my guess is that there probably are. Once you get further in.
One satyr sack for one good boy.
Okay, we could get a boon. If we do the gold, we could get another boon. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a... I mean, like... I don't know how confident I am against the final boss regardless, because we still, you know... We're still learning it.
Made it this far.
And I'm happy to have come as far as we have. Now, I need to be careful here because obviously enemies with armor aren't stunned. Okay. Knocking those into an area where you can't hit them easily is one of the more dangerous things in this game, I think. Ooh. Oh, we could sell something. 150 is a lot to sell lightning reflexes, but I don't know that we necessarily need to. We've got enough gold to get what we want here. I would contemplate a Death Defiance if there was one for sale. Did we kill the pot boy? I think we did. And there's our goal. That actually wasn't too bad. We actually ended up healing up. Can you do any kind of lifesteal build, or would that break the game? I don't know. I haven't seen any kind of lifesteal. Not explicit lifesteal, anyway. There's like some perks will make enemies drop health items. Like some of the things you can buy from the Well of Charon will heal enemies over time. Okay. I will take a Poseidon boon. I'm here for a Poseidon boon.
You found me, little nephew, strewn among the inventories of that most disturbing river boatman. That means you win my blessing.
No lifesteal? Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Ooh, good.
It seems a little early to get. We don't have a call. I mean, I guess we may as well take a call. It's a good call. I think it's a little better than... I don't mind the Unshakable Mess. That sounds okay, but...
It's high tide.
Let's get ourselves a call. Do we want to go for this final Demeter boon? I don't know how much difference it's going to make. But these other runs haven't been too bad. So let's do this because I want to get better at these rooms anyway. Okay. And also sometimes you get a shop. More move speed? Not the worst, certainly. It's very cheap. I'm trying to keep an eye on like spotting where the things are in a room before we before I get poisoned, working out where the antidote pools are. Okay. I feel like poison is like the most dangerous thing sometimes, or oftentimes in fact. Okay. Lots of gold in these chests as well, which is nice. Always welcome. Oh. What are you? Oh, dodge coming to our aid there. Oof. Good call. That call did a lot more damage than I was expecting. Which is just as well. That was a tough fight. Okay. Completely chill your foe could actually be quite nice. I like Ravenous Will. It's only 20% more damage, but it's 20% more damage, and you take 10% less damage, which is good. Snowburst is okay. Good AoE, but we've got decent AoE. I'm going to take the Ravenous Will. I don't actually think we have the money to buy anything else anyway. We do not. Okay, well we're basically out of things to do then. Oh, a fish. Oh, a fish. Almost missed that. Scuffer. I caught a scuffer. Truly a bottom feeder of fish, the scuffer evidently is much more adventurous than similar saltwater counterparts, as it dares to dwell in the rivers of the water Styx, near the border where the waters plummet down into this abyss. Okay. Well, here goes nothing, I suppose.
Cerberus again accepts the sack.
Oh, very sexy. Oh, there was a bit of lore there. Hopefully it's still there.
Thank you, boy.
It is. Okay, good.
The widely feared and many-headed Cerberus, the underworld sentinel, presides over the entrance to this realm, devouring whole those fool enough to make attempts to flee.
Okay. Only the second time.
Can you blame him?
Only the second time we've gotten this far. Let's go outside. Maybe he won't show up this time. You never know. Maybe he'll be busy with paperwork.
Been waiting long?
Kept you waiting, huh?
It grew distinctly colder just as you arrived. So Demeter has been in contact with you then. That witch. Tell me how much she knows.
What? I don't... Wait, this everlasting winter, it's her doing, isn't it? Why? Don't mortals die when it's cold? Sounds like a lot of extra work for you.
Then you are ignorant. Keep it that way with her, lest you risk everything you understand. The consequences would be far worse than a foul stretch of weather. But enough talk now.
Let's do this, Daddy. Oh yeah.
Excuse me for a moment.
Oh, he left. Ah. I've really got to learn how this guy fights. Okay. Smartly, that's for sure. I love the music in this part. Ah.
Pathetic. Darkness. Rise, wretches, and fight with the ferocity with which you once clung to your meager lives.
I don't want to fight these damn wretches. They're a nightmare.
Observe. Darkness. You pit my own kin against me. Darkness.
Oh, I think I almost dashed into that, which would have been bad. Oh, that was bad.
Darkness. Darkness.
Okay.
Die.
Ah, getting hit by those is not ideal.
Darkness. Darkness.
Got you.
To have been brought this low by my own ungrateful child. I would expect such treatment from my brothers, but from you.
Of course, it's not over. It's the god of the dead.
Decided who dares attack my nephew?
Oh, he's got lasers. He's got lasers. Oh, there goes the Death Defiance. Uh-oh.
By Skelly's lucky tooth.
You're merely stalling for it.
I mean, you might be right. But we'll stall as long as we can. Oh, he stunned me. Oh, man, if only I couldn't be stunned. Oh, there goes most of our health.
Oh,
Ah! Damn it.
How disappointingly predictable an outcome.
Oh. Fair play. We were so close. We were so close. If I hadn't burned my Death Defiances early in the run. Thank you. That was tough. I feel like we almost had that. I think if I played a little bit sharper, but that's the first time we've made it to that second stage. Whew. Tough.
What? Oh! Ha. Hey, you're back. Wait, what happened? My list says you got killed by a redacted? What's that even mean? I've never seen anything like this.
Of course, Hades had to have one more trick up his sleeve. He's the god of the dead. You know, if he couldn't come back, you know, can't beat him in his own game.
Don't want to talk about it.
Hey, Deucer.
Oh, come on, Serby. Hurry up and eat. This stuff can't be that bad. I mean, can it?
You had enough to eat lately, haven't you, boy?
Aw, Cerberus. Oh, that's true. Oh, I get it. He's not eating because we just fed him a load of stuff. That makes sense. It's a good touch.
A moment, lad.
Hey, Bowie.
I saw your father storm out of the house in his regalia. So he must have confronted you himself at last. I see that must have not gone well. You were so close.
The lasers are quite easy to avoid. You can get behind him and do damage. And when he does like the big red lasers. Interesting. I'll have to, you know, first time I've seen that phase like properly, you know. So we'll get it down in good time. I'm a little sad we didn't make it. It almost that build felt so good. It felt like it could have been the one, but you know, I think anytime you encounter a boss phase that you've not seen before, like that, you know, we managed to beat Hades. Only our second time we fought Hades himself, and we got him down. He had to resort to his backup plan. So we'll get it done. I'm pretty happy with that. I feel like we did well in the final area as well. And not only, I mean, we had a build that was very strong in the House of Styx, which I think, the Temple of Styx, which I think it's easy to be like, well, that was just a good build. And it was, but I don't think it was a ridiculous build necessarily. It was quite strong, but I feel like I got a better grasp on actually the area, what those areas look like. Like I kind of know what the rooms, I'm learning the rooms for the Temple of Styx, and I think that's going to make life easier going forwards. He steps it up a little during the second phase as well. I'll look forward to that.
Don't lose heart, lad. I did not train your father, only you. He is a god, but he is just a god. If you'll forgive my bit of treason there.
Absolute just lad, Achilles. We gave Achilles a thing, right? We already gave Achilles a... Yeah. I think we gave him a pretty early one. Oh, this is one of those ones that has stuff in it. Alright, I think that's going to be all for the runs today, but we've got a little bit of cashola we might be able to spend.
Say, Orpheus, I ever tell you I once single-handedly slew a multi-headed bone hydra within the magma fields of Asphodel without so much as breaking a sweat?
Doing better than you did. That's very generous.
My, that is wonderful to hear, my friend. Another in a litany of such heroic deeds, more noble than the heroes of our verse, and even great Achilles over there.
I'm glad you think so, mate. These tales of my valorous accomplishments do seem to cheer you up, so I will keep reporting back once I rack up some more.
The runs are long. They are. I mean, you know me, Wayne. I take my time and play it safe as much as possible. Achilles ain't shit, says Kyle. Wow. Yeah, we're gonna keep giving Orpheus some nice tales. Maybe give him a bit of inspiration.
Too pricey for me.
I think this is probably the thing I want. I kind of like Darker Thirst. This feels like the obvious thing to get. Just give you more gems. Some of these other things sound interesting. Claiming darkness chamber rewards gives you health. That definitely seems like a later upgrade of like, I mean, that seems like a great thing to have. An extra 5 max health every time you claim darkness rewards. But this is the thing, is like looking at some of the prices of some of these things, you're like, okay, yeah, there is a lot of depth in here.
Get out of my sight, Zagreus. And be thankful violence is prohibited in here.
You could go next door if you want to get some violence on. If you want to get nasty. I'm down. 2 in a play session was enough. Imagine having a weakness named after you, Achilles. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, getting to Hades, yeah, like a run getting to Hades does take quite a long time. You know, you're looking at, I mean, what, we've been going for just coming up on about 3 hours now. And we've done 2 runs today, which granted, we got to, did we beat Theseus on the first run? We did, didn't we? And then we died in the, Temple of Styx quite early on.
I come to you bearing aquatic beasts.
Let's turn in our Scuffer and our Knucklehead. 60 gems. They actually are really good if you did, like, we missed it. We didn't get any fish on our first run, and I must have just missed it. I need to keep a close eye for that because they are very valuable. Let's see what the deal of the day is. We didn't actually check last time. 500 darkness for an ambrosia. Wayne, you said you haven't yet found a way to use ambrosia, right? Because I'm tempted to do this. We've got 3 of them. I think ambrosia are probably, my guess is that they're probably used once you have already given enough nectar to max someone out. Then, because it says like, oh, it's for someone who you truly like. You have about 30 ambrosia. Yeah, I was going to say, because 500 darkness is great. That's a lot of darkness. And we've got 3 ambrosia. It's fine. I'll take your deal.
That's too good a deal to pass up.
Exactly, that's too good a deal to pass up. I'm kind of half tempted to take a Titan Blood as well, but I don't know if I'll bother with it. This is not a. We can always do this in the future if we want. This is not a. Still don't know how to use them. But the thing is, you'll be able to get more of them later anyway, because you can turn diamonds into ambrosia. So like over time, you eventually can just chunk things in. Let's see what Nyx has to say.
I finally made it to the surface, Nyx. Confronted father there out in the cold. I couldn't make it past him, but I was so close.
Do not despair, as I told you before. With effort and with time, most any setback can be overcome. Even your father. You have come closer to your goal. Achieve it.
Ah, Nyx is she is a very good mother figure. She's very, you know, reassuring. Like, I know you didn't make it, but you can. Look, you're closer than you ever have been. You're gonna get there soon enough. Don't you worry. Just keep pummeling away, pummeling away, and pummeling away. Let's have a look at our fated prophecies.
The fates have spoken.
Okay, we get 1,000 darkness if we can beat this. We have not done that yet. We're getting pretty good in on the Goddess of the Hunt. We only got a few that we haven't picked up. So this is the thing, is like, it's worth picking them up, because like if I pick up a couple that maybe I wouldn't ordinarily take, we're only 3 away from getting 150 gems, which is a pretty big chunk of change. You can get 15 of these if you get all the duo boons. 15 ambrosia, which is a lot of ambrosia. We still don't really know quite what we're going to do with it yet, but... And then for using all of the different upgrades. And, so there we go. The Dire Snake Stone was in the final area. So the other 2 must be mini-bosses that you find in the Temple of Styx. These are all the mini-bosses, basically. And this is just do more upgrades, I think. Perfect.
The Mirror of Night.
There we go. 1,000 darkness. I'm gonna do it. Oh, actually, before I do that, we have 20 keys. Let's unlock the next thing in the mirror and see what it is. Because maybe we'd rather take that than another Death Defiance. I do think the Death Defiance is pretty good.
What more potential do I have?
But let's see what's awaiting us. Okay, we have Privileged Status. Deal bonus damage versus foes afflicted by at least 2 status curse effects. Which is interesting. I mean, a status curse, I'm guessing that's basically anything like weak or hangover or jolt. It's not called jolted. It is called jolted. And it goes up 20% of rank, which is pretty good. Or Olympian favor. Raise your chance for a boon to be rare. 1% per rank. And instead of those, we can have family favorite. Deal bonus damage for each Olympian whose boons you have. This seems like the actual... Weirdly, this seems like the better starting one. Usually the green ones are more advanced, but this one seems like a... so this is like this encourages you to have a wider range of Olympians. There's not much damage. 2.5%, not very much per rank. But it's okay. Yeah, they're just like normal enemies, but they're just dire. They're just really badly made enemies. And instead of Olympian favor, we can have Dark Foresight. Raise your chance for room rewards. I guess is that just room rewards, right? That symbol, including boons, hammers, coin, and poms. 2%. I don't know what this means. What does this mean? Raise your chance for room rewards. Surely you always get a room reward. Am I missing something obvious there? Is it like the chance that room rewards will show up versus like currency? I don't know. I might have to look into that one and see what it actually does. Olympian favor seems okay. This seems like a nice... At first I thought the rare boons were different, but they're not. The rare and epic boons, they're just better versions of them. So I think this is a pretty good thing to get. But we'll start off, I think, with another Death Defiance. That would be pretty nice. Think about what we could have done with another Death Defiance in that run. And that's the last one we can get of that. And the deep pockets wouldn't be a bad thing just to pick up. I don't feel too strongly about either of these yet. I feel like these are a little bit more complex, and I maybe need to look into. I understand this one. I do understand this one, but it's tough to pass in my head how often I'm afflicting foes with 2 status effects, because that's like some things we're doing it pretty quickly. Like say on that last one we had, we were like that we had the knockback would cause both electrified and it would cause ruptured. So it would be pretty easy to get 2 status effects on. But be interested to see what people tend to favor there on that versus this. This is obviously a lot more damage when it works, but it's a lot harder to, whereas this is going to be, realistically, you're almost always going to get 3 or 4 different Olympians minimum on a run. So you're looking at least 7.5% extra damage per rank. And it's going to be active all the time, as opposed to by the time you've applied 2 status effects to someone, they might already have been killed. I'm going to take the deep pockets for now. It's the nice basic one. Oh, this goes higher as well. Interesting. Wow. They are deep pockets indeed. I figured that would be the last. I figured 50 would be the last rank of that. But I'm guessing if it goes up more, my guess is it goes up to 100. But I guess we'll see.
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking. Okay. And that is pretty much going to be it for now. We'll just chat to Skelly. See what he has to say. And looks like we might be doing a fist run next time.
Strong there, pal. Though I am being paid to tell you that. But not being paid to not tell you that last part.
Who is paying you, Skelly?
I have to ask you something, mate. What do you even need the pay for, anyway?
It looks like he's eating it.
It's nobody's business but my own. Besides, it's impolite discussing money all the time. Now back to beating me to powder.
I'm not convinced anyone's paying him. I think he's just into it. All right, and that is Hades for another day. We made progress this time, which we didn't technically last time. I remember we got story progress last time, but we saw something new this time, and we unlocked a pretty big upgrade on our tree. Feeling pretty good about that. And is Dad back? No. He's not. He's often not around when you've just done a run where you've seen him. I presume at some point once you beat him the first time, he doesn't keep disappearing after a run, because you'd never see him again if you got better at beating the game regularly. But maybe that's what happens. I don't know. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. All right. Otherwise, that's going to wrap it for today. Thank you everyone for coming along. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much to Connor again for the very lovely gifted sub. Very kind of you. It's been a delight and a pleasure. We're going to wrap it up for today, and that's going to be that. So take care, have a lovely rest of your day, and I will catch you all very soon. Take care, stay safe, stay hydrated, eat well, sleep well, and as I always say, look after yourself and look after others. Take it easy. I'll catch you next time. Cheers!